right, everybody, welcome back to the KSR YouTube channel, where we are out at Gainesville Raceway, kind of before an event here, to make a little pit stop at this trailer right here to pick up something for SoccerMom. Can we see who that trailer is yet? See? Yeah, there we go. There's the logo. Came out here to see our boys at Mickey Thompson. They delivered us a freshly matched staggered special set of tires that we've never run before. Maybe some of y'all catch that Days of Thunder quote. Maybe I got it right. I don't know. Anyways, we've got something else waiting back at the shop that we got to show you guys too for these tires. So let's go get the tires, head back to the shop, and show you some of the excitement we got going on. Back at the shop, and hopefully the sun isn't washing me out. Maybe it is. Anyways, new for 2026 or late 2025, we are converting SoccerMom to run on a 26 by 8.5 drag radial to run the 235 class at Sick Week. Now we're kind of showing our hand a little bit because there's other racers that aren't expecting us to be down there in the 235 class. We think we can be very competitive in that class. Obviously, SoccerMom has been 450s at a little bit lighter than what we're going to run for Sick Week. I think we'll be 2,800-ish pounds. I think we'll probably weigh the car before we final go to Sick Week, but we have some new tires, and yeah, they look really, really little on the ground. I'm not gonna lie. So to keep them secured to the rims, we also made a change in what we've done with SoccerMom's wheels. So let me get back inside the shop. Eddie's actually stealing the truck to get the Viper out because we got to take it back to the paint shop for some touch-up work. So in the middle of all this moving around things, I can show you guys what else we've done for SoccerMom on the rims, or on
some new front tires. They're so cute.
Those aren't front tires.
These front tires. Why are they so little?
Because we're running 235 at Sick Week.
235?
Yeah, little 8.5 inch wide tire.
Gross.
26 by 8.5 by 15.
You're gonna put down 1,800 horsepower on a 235.
She don't make 18. She make about 16, maybe. I don't know. Somebody do the math on what kind of horsepower it takes to run 160 miles an hour at 2,800 pounds, because that's what we're gonna try and do. But to make that happen, we've got to do something else to the car, and I'm gonna show you that inside in just a second. So, you need my keys because you're stealing my truck?
Yep.
I didn't get that on video either. That's a bummer. Threw him real hard at him. He didn't catch it. He ain't a baseball player.
This key is worth more than my car.
And what you didn't, you it was a ricochet. It bounced off of you and then you caught it.
You literally, instead of giving me a nice little toss of your key, you went like this. And it just hit my chest, and then I was like, oh, okay.
All right, let's go check out the last piece of the puzzle we got for SoccerMom in this video anyways. All right, so our new wheels, well, they're not new wheels, but they have been modified. And if you see the name on the box there, Mac-Fab Beadlocks, you probably know what's coming. Will's over here wrapping up the torque converter modifications. So Will's had a car with beadlocks on it before, but SoccerMom never has. And we've got some they don't make these wheels anymore. The Mickey Thompson wheels. We love the Mickey Thompson wheels. Mickey Thompson, I wish you would make some more. So Will don't even care. He's just over there working.
I'm waiting for you to get it open.
Hold on, we got to get the plastic off. Oh,
Oh, it's gonna look so sweet. Yeah.
so all of this time we've been running SoccerMom, we have been gluing.
Still got that.
Yeah, we still have glue.
Yeah, that's not coming off.
So we've been gluing
Dang, those look good.
the tires to the wheels. Now they still move a little bit, which if you saw in one of my previous videos here, we had a discussion on which side of the car actually plants, which rear tire gets planted more. So that's one of the reasons why I kind of made that video, because I've always seen the left tire move inside of the rim more. Now eventually they stop moving, but we are fixing that problem 100%. And I think one of the ways we were able to
Don't scratch it.
oh, they're going to get scratched putting the wheels on, I can tell you that, or putting the tires on. So one of the reasons we've been able to get away with the, we've been able to get away with the 275 on this wheel with glue is because it's only a 10-inch wide wheel. So that actually pulls the bead in just a little bit. And that also makes it to where, you know, we're running like 19 pounds of air in the tires, so they're pushed out against the bead pretty hard. But with those little bitty 235s, they're not going to be. We got a tape measure. I'm curious what the freestanding bead width is.
8.5 inches, maybe.
7 1/4.
Oh,
So to wrap up this little video, I'm going to do a time lapse of me putting it all together, and then.
Are we crazy trying to do 235 races?
No. It's a challenge. People thought people were crazy running on drag radials. And then they thought people were crazy running on 315s, 275s. It's just the next progression.
People going sick fast on them.
I mean, my goal is 480s. I want to go 480s at $160. Like that's my goal.
Drag and drive trim, that's a pretty good goal. That's a good goal.
Let's see what they look like on the wheels. All right, well, the time lapse is still going, but that was a fight. And I think it's pretty interesting how different the tire looks spread out versus, you know, when it's not mounted on the rim. Looks a whole lot skinnier there than it does there. So, and yeah, you may have noticed there was a lot of going around and torquing in circles and all that other stuff, and that is because you're compressing the bead of the tire. So I start with the impact, zap it down to where there's like a 1/16 of a gap left between the rim, the bead lock, and the inner mount of the rim, and then go around and do it by hand, and then torque them all to like 25 foot-pounds, and we're good to go. And yes, all of the bolts have a little bit of anti-seize on them so they don't bind up in the wheel, which I think there might be steel inserts in the beadlocks. You know, I'm actually not sure. Yeah, they've got a steel insert there in the wheel. So even though this is kind of middle of the time lapse, it's going to be the end of the video. So huge shout out to Mac-Fab and Mickey Thompson for getting us some new shoes for Sick Week. And hopefully we're going to go test very shortly, because we need to get some testing in before we actually show up at Sick Week and have to make it happen. So we want a couple of different tune-ups to kind of unload off the trailer, and then that way we get to the track, see how good the track is, and then make a decision on which tune-up we're going to put in the car to see how fast we're going to go, or going to try to go. It's all a balance, especially the smaller you make your tire, the more critical things get to go down the racetrack. So we're looking forward to the challenge. I think it's going to be awesome. We finally upgraded to some beadlocks. I'm watching airplanes, which you might have seen in the time lapse, watching back and forth of airplanes. They're making noise in there, so I'm going to get back to mounting this other one before I got to zip out of here and go home or take kids to gym. So, well, our old girl has some pretty small feet now, which looks a little bit, I mean, the wheels look awesome, but them little bitty tires, we're in for a little bit of a challenge.
You like challenges, Kevin. That's going to be a challenge.
That's going to be a challenge. I mean, I think we will be able to do what we need to do, because we've been 450s with the 275s on it. And we're not really leaning on it hard to 60 foot. So the idea is to slow it down, you know, for that first 40, 50, 60 feet. And then just ramp the power to it nice and smooth and try to go 480s at like 160. Should be fun. And it'll put us in a new class with a new group of people, which will be fun to kind of race and hang out with. So hopefully all goes well. Plus it is only 1/8 mile, so it saves us the wear and tear from running the full quarter. Even though we do still have some plans to go the full quarter, which with Sick Week being as early as it is, maybe we run Sick Week and then we chuck the 275s on it, and then we try to go real fast, because then we got a little while before we got to go racing again in case something bad happens.
Put the 388 back together too.
I want to see if we can do it with stock block now. Got our fastest lick on with the little 5.3 in it. That's 150, 60 pounds lighter with the 5.3 stock block combo. Yep. And then maybe we can go real fast with the 388. We'll see. Anyways, figured I'd sneak this in before ending the video, but yeah, the old girl looks a little different. Can't wait to see her with a 275 back on that rim. I did. You can tell I polished the wheels a little bit. They look pretty.
Look good. That tire's not much bigger than the skinnies on the front, though.
I think they're literally the same height.
Yeah, they are.
Because those are like 26 inches tall. And then I think the fronts are 27.
Which actually, those aren't our street tires. We got to put the street tires back on it before Sick Week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, these are 26s too. Yeah, we do have to do that. So I guess that's one.
They're over there on the shelf, so we'll have to get Kimber to swap swap them out for us.
Got to put our Mickey Thompson street tires back on the front because the race tires are on there now. Which I think the street tires are 27s.
I think they're 27s.
That might look a little funny.
Well, yeah.
Bigger, taller tire on the front than the back.
It won't look funny going down the street because we'll have the stupid mud grips on the back.
Yeah.
We still got the dumb mud grips.
They make a lot of smoke though, which is always fun.
We can always mount these on those rims.
Those tires are from 2004, Will.
No, we're not going to mount these on those rims.
Yeah. I don't. Those are off the Cutlass.
It is.
And they're all super dusty because they've just been sitting in the
What Cutlass?
top of the side. Dadgummit, not you too. Dang it. Old Weld Pro Stars. Yeah, I think somewhere on here, I looked at the date the other day and, oh no, 2003. 41 of 03. Yep, they're pretty old. Anyways.
Yeah, those probably wouldn't last too long.
Yeah. So hopefully next video on SoccerMom, we're going to the track. Also, hopefully with Reno's car. And we're going to go do some testing down at Bradenton. See if we can shake both cars down before the Christmas tree drives. So thank you all again for watching, subscribing, following along. See you in the next one.